while you get the clear path free throws, there's no one in the paint on the free throw attempts. How hard is your heart pounding in a 3-point game with under 30 seconds to go and just you on the free throw line?
There's no, you know what I'm saying, real wood anywhere, but my heart wasn't beating at all. Or, wasn't going too crazy. I was just trying to lock in and focus, make my shots, and think about, seeing the ball go through the rim. I was trying to focus, nothing too crazy.
And Kevin says he doesn't think you've landed yet from the alley-oop dunk from Trey. The way you stepped up, hit the shots, the free throws, what does this do for you personally on this stage and your confidence, John?
No, I mean, this is, what I've been working my entire career for, to perform, on the big stages and help my team win games. You know what I mean? In whatever way I can. If that means I got to dunk on somebody, then so be it. Make a couple free throws, so be it. I want to win. I just want to win.
Steve Hummer.
Yeah, John, I know you've taken a lot of pride in the way you've developed your three-point shot. What do you think about overall the way this team shot and made a team record number of playoff threes?
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, damn. I'm happy about that. You know what I mean? The more shots, the merrier for me. Obviously, I'm just happy I can, chime in on that. I know Bogey had a great shooting night. Trey was getting him up. Kevin. I really feel like all of our shooters, had solid nights. And that's just the benefit of having so many guys who can really shoot the ball. And having a guy like Ice who can find them and, us doing our parts.
Does that also explain the success at the free throw line? Because that was a huge difference in this game as well.
Yeah, big time. Our ability to not only get to the free throw line, but to make them. And to have, again, a group full of guys who can do so, I think in that final, minute or, another different roster situations. But Gallo, myself, Kevin, Bogey, Trey, everybody on that, floor can space and shoot free throws and create. So it's just very dangerous.
Well, Clint's the only guy who missed a free throw. Are you going to give him any grief about that now?
No, man. CC's done a great job, trying to develop his free throw all year. And he had a very tough job guarding big fella tonight. So, hats off to CC. We always know he does his job and he'll be back.
Alex Glaze.
John, you brought up, the past fourth quarter struggles. Just, is there something you can pinpoint and put your finger on, like, that has been the change that has led to you guys not panicking and folding in those moments now?
Yeah, I think it's focusing on that word, as you said, to use it, panicking, and to do the opposite, to understand where we are, to take, the perspective of the game, to read the flow, and just to slow down and understand, what we need to do, see if there's a matchup, and just go from there in terms of creating whatever it is we want to do on the offensive end. But it starts with taking care of the ball first. So.
Is that a Nate message, or where did that come from for you guys?
It definitely is part of a Nate message. I feel like it's partly myself, speaking my personal opinion, and then obviously from the team perspective, just being around the guys, and I feel like we have an understanding of what we need to do as well. So.
Just a few more. We will go to JC.
All right.
Hey, point. Can you describe the differences between playing a regular season game and a playoff game? Since this is a very young team, can you describe your experience so far playing on the court?
Yeah, I mean, I really feel like, firstly, it's physical. All the little stuff, the pushes, and, the holds, or all that stuff gets looked at a little bit differently. If you're not playing a strong game, I feel like the referees let it slide and let the game continue, which I feel like feel like allows guys to play in their game. And obviously, the game plan is completely different for everybody. I like to call it a super game plan. Everybody has a super game plan on you. Everybody has a super game plan on you as well as we do from the other team. So I feel like those are the biggest two things.
Last two. First from Maria.
Hi, Jon. First of all, congrats for the win. On such an intense game like this one, what are the key aspects that you can take away from this game?
I feel like the first key aspect is, believing in ourselves and understanding that we can compete with this team and teams like this in the league. Obviously, we I feel like we're proving it to ourselves every day, but that's the first step, is understanding and truly believing that we have, a real group of guys that compete with anybody in this league. And then the next steps, I feel like, is just the mentality of understanding we can win and knowing it, and going out and executing every single time. I feel like that's, being something that Nate preaches on a lot.
Final question from PZ Basket.
Hi, Jen. It's Alan Silva from Costa Rica for PZ Basket. I wanted to know what are the keys in these playoffs to control the games down the stretch that you did against the Knicks and now in this game against the Sixers?
Yeah, I feel like if there's any one thing to put it on, it's just handling pressure. As you saw the Sixers, and I feel like as you saw the Knicks do, when the closing games get to the late seconds, teams, get that animal-like instinct to turn on everything and try to win games for their team. And I feel like we have to understand how to combat that. Have to understand if we're in a foul, if we're in the bonus, understand matchups, understand if they're trapping and going on and so forth. And just being able to handle the different pressure that's coming at the end of the game.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.